This week we're going to be working on isometric hold exercises. These exercises are a great way to gain strength without lengthening or shortening the muscle. These are a great way to stave off any injuries, or if you have any current injuries or any recurrent injuries, these exercises are a great way to take care of them as well. So we're going to be holding these holds for between 30 to 60 seconds. If you can't hold for the entire time, come out of the exercise and then just rejoin me when you feel that you're ready. Okay, so the more that you do this, the stronger you'll become. I'm going to be using 5-pound dumbbells today just to give me a little bit more of a challenge. You can use lighter or heavier weights depending on what works best for you. Or you can do these with no weight at all. Okay, although the arm exercises, you really do need to use some weights to give yourself that challenge. All right, so the first exercise we're going to do is you'll cross over one leg, cross the other, and just a little squat. So your abs are tight here. I have my dumbbells on my shoulders because that's where it's more comfortable. Some people like them down here. I'm going to put it back up here. So this exercise, obviously you're strengthening the leg that you're standing on. You're stretching and strengthening your IT band on your bent leg and stretching out that glute. Good. Real strong exercise right here. I'm going to bring my weights down a little bit so I can see the time. All right, so that one. And now to the other side. I got to use my trusty watch here so that I can see. Good, and like I said, you can do this without weights if you want. Make sure that the leg that you're standing on, the knee is slightly bent. You don't want to hyperextend in your knee. Good, and just keep holding. Balance does take concentration. This is also a really great way to strengthen your feet and your ankles. Good. About 10 more seconds. And breathe, don't forget to breathe. Always breathe. All right, nice. Now we're going to move on to a split stance. So front leg at 90 degrees. I feel comfortable right here. I'm actually going to keep my weights down here. Make it a little bit easier to see my watch. Abs are in. Make sure that your form is nice and upright. So you're working your hip flexors here on that bent leg. You're working your quads, your hamstrings. Working on balance also, even though you've got both feet planted on the ground. You're still balancing here because you have a split stance. All right, good. We have about 15 more seconds on this leg. Holding it for a minute. You can come out, like I said, out of the move and then back in. All right, good. So take a minute, get yourself steady before we transition to the other side. You might find one side is a little bit easier than the other. Working your glutes here. Make sure you breathe in. Those abdominals are in tight. Make sure that front knee isn't pushing beyond that 90-degree angle. Good. And just breathe. Nice place to be. Just hang out here. You might start shaking a little bit. About 20 seconds. That's just your muscles working hard. Good. About 5 seconds left. And up we come. All right, so working on some arms. So bring your arms up to just above your chest. And we're gonna hold right here. Good, this is where the weights come in handy. Obviously, the heavier the weight, the harder this is gonna be. So right here, you're working your shoulders, your upper back. You're also working your arms here. Don't forget to breathe. Abs are in. Good. 30 seconds left. If you have to come out of this hold, come out and then come back in. Good. About 15 seconds left. Ooh, really feel those biceps and triceps as well here. Nice. Moving on to the shoulders. Just push up and hold. Don't forget to breathe. Don't fall back. Just stand nice and tall. You don't want to lean back. Okay, if you have to lean back, then your weights might be a little bit too heavy. Just hold, work those shoulders. Also be careful not to strain in the neck. Good. We have about 15 seconds left. My wristwatch was the only watch I could find, clock I could find with that second hand. All right, very good. On to the legs again. So this time, we're just gonna extend one leg and hold. So this is working your quads. I think we'll hold this one for 30 seconds because this one's a little bit tougher because you're extending that limb out into a different direction there. Just holding that leg out. Good. And the other side. And breathe. You can only lift your leg here. That's fine. As you get a little bit stronger, you can hold it a little bit higher up. 5 seconds. Now we're going to go back to that other side to make it a minute in total. Just giving you a bit of a break there, breaking it up a little bit. Good. Don't forget to breathe. 10 seconds. And the other side. Trying to count in my head for this one. That way I don't have to keep looking at my watch. Very good. So bring your weights together. Squat down and hold.
Really working those glutes. Make sure that you're pushing your butt back. You don't want to push your knees forward. Keep that butt pushing back. Good. Abs are tight here. Holding on to those weights, making it a little bit more challenging. Nice. You've got about 25 seconds left. So here, you're working your entire leg once again. If it starts burning, you know you're working it. About 10 seconds. Good. Moving on to the arms. So we're going to do a lateral lift. So this one we'll do one at a time. So come out to the side. Try not to lean to the side. Just bring that arm out and hold it. So we'll do 30 seconds here, because this can be quite challenging. And bring it down. And to the other side. Abs are in. Make sure your form is nice and tall. Working those lats. And the other side. And breathe. Feel it working. I feel it working. These 5-pound weights. Now if you don't have weights, you can get like a can of vegetables out of the cupboard, or fill a bottle with water. Almost done. Good. Now this time we're going to do a squat with one leg. All right. Come over here so you can see me. Actually, I'll just turn around. So I'm going to squat and then lift up one leg. So this one's a little bit different than the other one that we did with the extended leg, because this one you're in a squat position and you have one leg slightly lifted. It's not lifted as high up as the first time. Good. Just hold right here. All right, so we'll do 30 seconds on each side for this one, because I know this one is a little bit more challenging. Squat down as far as you can. Obviously working on balance here. Make sure that your back is flat. You don't want to be rounded over. Your shoulders are nice and soft. You don't want to be hunched up in the shoulders. Make sure your shoulders are dropped down. All right, good. So I'll do one this way, so you can see me squat. Just a small little squat, nothing major. You might start feeling that leg shaking a little bit now as it's working hard. Good. Just hold it. And the other side. Last 30 here, or thereabouts. As long as you're holding for like a good 30 seconds, which is what you would hold if you were stretching. You know, those stretches you do for exercises when you're injured. holding them for 30 seconds. Good. Now we're going to go on to the biceps. So we're going to do a dumbbell curl. So one raises all the way up and the other one just comes halfway. Okay? So I'm going to turn my watch so I can see it. So this one's going to come all the way and the other one halfway up. So make sure that your elbows are in at the side, but you don't want to be resting it on your side because you want to be working it. All right, so I'm just holding. This I might be able to do with a little bit heavier weights. So you can swap and change about depending on, you know, how you feel. Good. Another 30 seconds here. Good form again. You know, make sure that you're standing nice and tall, you're not bent over. And we're just holding here for those biceps. Getting them looking good and strong. Nice. Always breathe. Never hold your breath. Just a few more seconds and then we'll switch. So make sure your elbow comes back in, but not all the way resting on your hip. You don't want your elbow out here. Make sure you bring it in. And you don't want it all the way back either. Just bring it to about here. Okay? Good. Nice hold. So I don't know, maybe this would be a little bit more challenging for me if I had 10-pound dumbbells. Another 30 seconds of these. Good. Just hold. Nice and steady. Almost there. Just 5 more seconds. Nice work. Put the dumbbells down. Now we're coming to a plank. You can either do your plank down on your elbows, or you can come all the way up and plank in this position. Okay? But if you come all the way up, make sure that your wrists are under your shoulders, your abs are lifted, and your back is flat. All right, so we're going to stay here for 1 minute and chill. Nice. So working the entire body here. Arms, shoulders, upper back, lower back, abdominals. That's why you want them lifted. Your legs. Planks are awesome. So just hold that plank. We got about 20 more seconds. Nice and strong. Like I said, if you have to come out of it, and then go back in. Make sure those abdominals stay lifted. Nice and lifted. Make sure if you're doing it in this position too, that your arms don't cave in. Nice. Now onto the chest. So with the chest, grabbing my weights again. So lift them up. And then you're just going to bring your dumbbells, make sure that your elbows stay in. And you're going to bring your dumbbells just a few inches above your chest, and you're going to hold here. If your arms hit the floor, then you need to raise them up a little bit more. Okay? And we'll do a minute in this position. Good. For the chest. Oh, you'll feel this in your arms as well. And just hold. Abs are tight. Push that back into the floor. Nice. Just holding that right there. You'll also feel this in your biceps and triceps. Working those secondary muscles. So squeeze your chest muscles. Squeeze those abdominal muscles. Whew, feeling this. I think I'd really be struggling with this one if I had to do 10-pound weights. So these 5 are good for this. 10 seconds. Good. Ooh, hold on there. Almost there. Good. Now while we're lying right here, we're going to do a bridge. So work the glutes, the lower abs, strengthen the legs. All right. So you want to put your arms down by your side. I'm going to bring my heels in a little bit more. Lift as high as you can and hold. All right, for 1 minute. I'm going to put my wrist right here so I can see. I think the next time I do something with isometric holds, I'm going to get myself a digital timer, or I'll have a timer. One of my kids sitting over there timing. Make sure you don't fall in. This is working your glutes, your lower back. You'll feel this in the strength of your hamstrings and your quads. All right, good, come down. Now we're gonna work your triceps. So you'll come up and then just bend your elbows back a little bit. If it's too hard with your legs extended, you can bend your knees, come up, and do it this way, okay? So the longer the length, the more challenging the workout. All right, so come up straight first, and then bend your elbows a little. Make sure that they're close by your side. All right, good. And look straight up. Abs are tight. Nice. Try not to hunch too much in those shoulders. So you want don't let your elbows fall out to the side. You want your elbows just pointed straight back. Nice. Almost there. Yeah, you'll definitely be feeling this one. This is a toughie. 5 more seconds. Whew. And bring yourself down. Now we're going to extend both our arms and our legs. If you want to use weights for this one, you can. Make sure your abs are tight so you'll extend your legs. The lower the legs, the harder it's going to be. All right? So you want to make it a little bit easier? Bring your legs up. So you want to kind of look hollow though. Okay? And then we're going to extend your arms all the way out. I'm just going to hold on to this, I guess. All right? So if you want to hold weights in your hands for this one, go right ahead. I'm just going to kind of guess a minute. So look straight up to the ceiling. Those abs have to be super tight here. And breathe. Working the abdominals as well. Good. And now for the lower back. We are coming this way. So make sure that your head, you're looking straight down. Your legs are going to come up again, but this time you are going to fly your arms this way. Actually, Let me move down a bit so that you guys can see me. That would help. All right, you ready? Good. So lower back here. Nice fly. Just hold, but don't hold your breath. Nice and strong. Working your arms and your legs. Make sure that your abs are also contracted even though you're on your belly. Good. You can try and lift up a little bit further if you want to. Really point out those legs. 15 more seconds. Almost there. Nice. Now push yourself up. We have one more exercise. Working your calves. Now if you have to hold on to a wall to do this, hold on to a wall, that's fine. What you're going to do is lift your heels up as high as you can, and then you'll hold in this position. All right? You don't have to use the weights either if you don't want to. Okay, you ready? All right, and let's hold. Keep your heels together. Don't let your heels fall out. Put my toes together. Make sure that your feet are together. Good. Stretch nice and tall. Breathe. Abs are tight. Really working on strengthening those calves, ankles, toes. Stretching out the bottom of your feet. This is a really good one. Really need to learn to be strong in this position. Right, you got about 20 more seconds. Good. Try not to let your heels drop. Once your muscles start to get a little bit tired, you might find yourself shaking a little bit here. Good. 5 more seconds, and then we're done. All right, great job today. Whew, give those a little bit of a shake out. Now you could add a few minutes of stretching. Now that you feel a little bit more limber, now would also be a great time to go out and have a run, because you've really stretched your muscles and your joints. All right, thanks for joining me. See you next time.